I hate that every time I start the game back up, I'm drunk because of the fucking Yuletide festival. But it may be because of that. It may just be because of the new patch. But it's so annoying. So just bear with the blurriness for a bit. It will disappear. But we're heading over to the location that I think is where we're meant to be. Okay, looks like the blurriness is easing off until now. Slightly. But this is where the two rivers meet that we're heading to, so in theory it's the right location. Can't be too far off anyway. How are we doing on Russians? Russians have hope. Excellent. I think I've got music frequency on high, but still like hardly ever plays. It's just too quiet, like nothing's happening. Managed to find a new fast drive, which is very nice. That'll definitely come in handy later on, I'm sure. I just found a hunter arrow in the water as well. I think this is the first time in a long time I've run out of stamina as well. It recharges so quickly.
Yeah! Friend! I've lost my key!
Okay, so...
I need your eyes, my friend.
This is where
I've locked myself out!
the west side of the town. I haven't really found a town. Must be here. Oh yeah, because this is still the Thames. I didn't think this would be a Thames, so it's definitely here. Not too far off. Where it would be. I didn't realise the Thames continued. That kind of makes no sense, but sure. It's got on the road. We're going way too slow here. I'm gonna assume this isn't a massive storyline thing, story arc. Oh, we'll see. The last one was quite a long one, really. Considering that one wasn't really story related either, but I think it's heavily suggested you should go and get that one. But I imagine if this is all building up for one final fight, I feel like it probably won't really matter that much anyway. But it might be nice if they show their face at the end. Kind of like Witcher 3's final battle. The main story anyway. The more allies you have, the more people show up. It may end up being like that. Are you not going to climb it? So as we always do, grabbing the viewpoints. So just speed things up later on. The things I don't get with these viewpoints is how, like, you gotta jump a hell of a long way to get past the roof. How do you get so much distance? Yeah. Anyway. Do all okay, but I'm guessing we're gonna come back at some point. Crashed already? I think we crashed already. Okay, we're back from the crash. Obviously we're drunk again because we've rebooted the game. Such a dumb thing. Stop being drunk all the time. That's not where I jumped to either. I hope this goes when the Yuletide thing goes. It's meant to be the west, so it's got to be like here somewhere.
Go, my eyes.
Actually, I don't see him from here. Continue west.
Show me.
Here, so.
There you are, Gunnar. And with a smile like I haven't seen in some time.
Over here. Eivor, thought I smelt you on the wind.
Gunnar, with the speed you left home, I thought you'd been carried off by Valkyries.
I have. This Valkyrie right here. Bridget. My own heart's root. Meet Eivor.
It takes a rare woman to nail down our Gunnar.
Lavendine da, with my Zigrilli.
Good to meet you as well. How did you find a woman in these backwoods?
She came through the settlement selling runes, outshone every stone in her satchel. She offered me a trade, a rune for a brooch I was making. I got a better deal. But she loves the ugly little thing.
Have you a family, Bridget?
Nath mama dad carried of Angilla than Anon. Canon have drews me.
Bridget Man Pa were the last high priestess and elderman. They since passed on. But the current elderman looks out for her.
I should like to meet this elderman of yours, if our kinfolk are to be joined.
A union forged in love. Come, we go find him. Oh, and don't blame me if he's heard a tale or two about you. What about it, Bridge?
Dim jolch. You two bags of air sich o gwmpas gilydd. That Eivor gal clis llawn.
Right, no daylight to waste then, huh?
So the elderman may have heard a tale or two about my exploits.
Not all from me. Your name will be on the lips of every skull for years to come.
And the Mercians here are not unsettled by lurking Vikinger?
They come from all over to celebrate Samhain. Most are too busy with the festivities to pay us mind.
Samhain? Is that what these carved roots are for? This tradition?
Aye. Faces cut into lanterns to ward off evil spirits and guide children home.
They have a haunted look about them. Let us bring a few back.
That was a short ride. The game is so buggy recently. Or does things just keep like popping in and stuff?
There is the Elderman. Kunan!
A good leader, seeing to his people's needs. Let us join hands when his task is done.
Yeah. Then let's introduce you to Tevdur. Hands as clammy as a dead haddock, but his heart is in the right place. And he'll be Elderman after Kunan. Tevdur, this is Eivor, my chieftain.
Ah, yes. The way Gunnar speaks, I expected,
Me to ride in on a winged horse, cure the sick, the blind. His compliments are as blunt as his hammer.
Ah, more pagans crowding our table. Just lovely. Well, what brings you here?
I am here to hasten my friend's marriage and drink my weight in ale. If friendship comes afterwards, then all the better.
And what has Dane friendship done for Christian Mercia? Unseated godright kings for puppet rulers?
So-called puppet kings keep your lands safe and your bellies full. I ask no thanks, only hospitality.
Apples! Eivor, wait until you try the cider. You like cider, eh? Tevdur? Cider?
Ah, you must be Eivor. Tevdur, I see you've welcomed our honored guest. Come just in time for my last Samhain.
At your behest. We welcome all pagans set upon God's own Gloucester.
Tevdur, as your harvest king, I demand that you remove the turnip from your arse and be merry. So you've come to meet the family before you whisk my Bridget away to her life as a smithy's bride.
We're honored to have her join the Raven clan, but your lush landscape will be hard to match.
I must give away girl and land in this misty season, but Gunnar is a good man, and he speaks tirelessly of you.
If you will excuse me, I have matters to attend to.
Ah, yes, the shrine. And with so many thieves and fangs on the path, a fellow may fall in God's service.
Kunon, I do not need a heathen escort.
Youth cut down in its prime, without even the memory of warm thighs and cider to sustain him in the afterlife.
Then, by my honor, I shall not rest until I return him to you safely. Aye, Tefter?
I see I am outmatched. Though a Dane joining in praise to Saint Kenhelm, God will weep.
My lady love calls, Eivor. Oh, if you'd like to join us later, we're going hoodening this eve.
Go, may you have a fire-forged friendship. Watch for fairies, fenfolk, and fiends. I have a hand fastening to oversee, an apprenticeship to officiate, and a pig to slaughter.
Well, shall we then?
A Tale of Wickerfire.
Samhain. Kunon humors these pagans too much. It is the first thing gone when I am Elderman. Fires and magic, spirits in the air. Gloucestershire has strayed from God's light.
People need carousing, especially before the winter frost. A festival brings warmth and cheer.
God's light does not dim as the nights chill, but the winters are hard upon the children. Seeing them run around.
It lightens the heart. Are there priests in your lands? I've met a few, liked even fewer.
The profane has gone unchallenged here. I alone am the Reformation. They are a flock in need of my shepherding.
And how will you lead this great renewal?
They will fill the church's pews, and we will thank him for all the gifts he brings. Not false idols of wood and clay.
And yet, are we not going to pray at the idol of another? Is this Saint Kenelm your god?
No, and we do not call him such. He is simply closer to the Lord's ear. Low in a mead of kine under a thorn, lieth poor Kenhelm, king-born. Is this land not beautiful, Eivor?
Aye.
Look, the path is untouched by danger, so your company is not needed.
You are a kinder man than the mask you wear. But you won't be rid of me. I will keep my word to Cunan for your safe return. I don't understand this Christian praying. I thank Odin while standing. Why get your knees dirty?
To humble ourselves before God. Besides, I've dirtied my knees doing worse.
That sounds like a tale I'd like to lend my ear to.
Please, Eivor, I must pray.
Should I watch or turn my back?
Oh Lord, gift upon this lowly servant your greatest gift. Patience.
I will not have to interrupt your prayer to protect you, Tefter.
And yet you insist on doing so. What is it you are looking at? A hare?
Tefter, get to safety. Find somewhere to hide.
Where did they come from? Fell the swine!
Where'd that one go? Ow.
That was close.
That's actually, over there. So we do need leather and tusks for offerings,
Eivor?
I think.
Thank you. For saving my life.
It's good I was here to protect you. Maybe Cunan has the eyes of prophecy.
Splood. Cloven-hoofed and sent by Lucifer himself. This land must be returned to God's grace.
More likely the shrine is in their territory.
Lord, we thank thee for your protection.
It's not safe here.
Give me my moment's prayer, Eivor. I ask only this.
We should return to Gloucester. Unless you'd like to thank the little martyr here for tonight's feast.
I'm not a babe in the woods in need of constant guard. Go on without me.
I gave Cunan...
Yes, your word. And when I see him, I will say you protected me from being skewered upon those devil's tusks. Oh, and Eivor, I owe you a drink at least. Later, if you'd have one. Find me at the festivities.
Okay. I guess I'm just leaving you to it, and am I?
Sure!
Eivor, there you are.
Here I am.
So, what adventures did you find in my absence?
Escorted Tefter to the shrine of some Christian saint. Our path was not peaceful. We were accosted by a group of boars.
Odd, but path na usually safe. To the Brevo.
But you saved his hide. I bet it was quite the sight, two of you as a pair.
I kept my word to Cunan, and that spatcock Tefter lives.
Restraint, Eivor? I was half expecting you to wallop the lad around the head and ass.
I've bridged hands with most of England, Gunnar. And I've held my temper around worse than Tefter. I need a drink.
Try the cider. It's from last year's apple harvest. Skull.
Skull. So, you invited me to a hoodening. What mischief is this?
Ni gwisgalan fel ysbrydion and creatures of the Vale. The bag for treats.
Creatures of the Vale.
Gloucester gives their glut to otherworldly visitors, and if you dress as one, you'll get that bounty yourself.
Freely given? Huh. I've only seen such a thing done at feasts.
Then we turn you into a beastie and have you roam the hills, braying for sweets and drink.
It's hardly a disguise. Just a cloak and some bones.
Nonsense. You are the very spirit of the Mary Louved. Now, let's hoodin. Become the merry louved, the spirit who sings for cake and ale. And you cannot have your cloak back until we leave.
I'll keep this covering, but even a knife to my throat could not make me sing on command.
Shame.
Gunnar, if no one else is dressed this way, I will fill your shop with sheep.
Apparently that wasn't it all.
That house for sure.
Are you ready to rhyme with me?
Down the road from my abode, there is an open vale.
I've been here knocking and a-walking. Now give me cake and ale.
Brilliant, that is!
Moldy cheese.
Are you playing the role of trickster spirit?
Can trickster spirits see? The eye holes in this mask are terrible.
All it takes is a mask and some sweet cake to turn you into a gentle skull.
I am not going to sing, Gunnar. Good.
Oh, thank the gods. We've been waiting for children all night to empty our stores so we can go to the party. Have some extra.
Oh, moldy cheese.
Lads getting into their cups, scaring the wee ones.
Someone said hey over here.
Eivor, mighty warrior, knocker of doors, victor of cakes. How does it feel to pillage what is freely given?
A worthy haul, and a tradition worth keeping up. I have come to rhyme with you.
In the gloaming, see her roaming, hidden neath the hood.
Never knowing who is knocking, wanting something good.
Oh, very nice.
Look at these cakes! Sweet as honey, Gunnar. You should see this.
It's just more
Gunnar!
moldy cheese.
My cakes. Gunnar!
What did you say to me?
I said, sloth ears, take your foot.
You are either fearless or stupid, boy, to speak to someone of the Raven clan this way.
Fitting name for scavengers. Winged rats taking what isn't yours.
I'll pick out your eyes and feed them to your god.
Gunnar, we are guests here. Let him go. We can hoodin more. You seem to want your nose broken, so let me oblige.
Christ, him tall.
Time to die!
It's you lot we should be burning alive.
Are you sure you don't want to stay in Gloucester?
They know how to have fun.
The fucking grab dude is so annoying.
To hell with you!
Four spears! My leg!
Gunnar!
Bienavalis!
He broke his leg.
Enough! Keep your brawls to the other side of the river. There's children about.
I don't answer to you, witch.
Thomas Fletcher, I brought you into this world, wiped your mother's birth blood from your face. Mind your tongue. Let's see that leg, then.
It's nothing.
Careful with the old man. He's had many winters' worth of wounds.
To Lucas. Modron's a gumpas to patch this land.
Your aid is welcome.
Men drown themselves in ale on Samhain. But I fear for the fragile peace when Tevder becomes eldermen.
With Dean and Fall. Regardless of Poisiel Puar.
That man called you a witch.
I lead those who follow the old ways in Gloucestershire, but I offer my healing services on both sides of the river. Gwyneth, my love, go back to the house and bring me the garlic salve.
And the worms? Are we cleaning or cutting, Mother?
Yes, grab the worms just to be safe. Now go, child. I promise not to cut it off before you return.
Give me strength.
The mam modern is known am a humor towish gudran.
I'm glad you all finding my mortal injury so funny. Go, Eivor. Make Marion try to loosen Tevder's shoulders.
Modron, you don't have to save his leg. I will understand.
That limb will be fine. But no medicine in England will stop the dribble from his mouth. I do not work miracles.
Let's have a quick game of Orlog on the way.
With bitter ale and sweet friends, that is a fine way to end the day.
Looking for a worthy...
Ah, Orlog.
Aye, what say you? Let's go a few rounds.
Let us begin.
Let's play.
You just made my day, stranger. Let's have at it.
I wonder if this is part of 100%. I hope it is, because I've been doing like every game I've come across. There's a lot of damage to face, but we're going to go with the God Favor strategy.
Interesting.
It works like 95% of the time, so... Okay. Decent enough hand. He's stealing after us. No damage he's getting through on either side at the moment. Okay, we're on 6. I think this is still worth it.
Go easy on me, will you?
Skip this. Okay. They're doing 3 damage to face, we're doing 3 damage to face. We're on 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, minus 3 anyway, so 9. This is priority 6. Which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, yeah. So I can't play anything yet. As much as it looks like I have favor, I don't. Okay, so we're on what? 9?
This will do.
Ten, 11, 12, 13, 14, 2 should have 12. Oh, that sucks. I just paid 12 for an 8. He has a lot of axes coming at me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 should be. Put out another 8. So you can lower the value of it.
I've almost got you now.
The steel is probably also worth it. Two, 3, 5. -2. So we should have enough of that. But we should also be doing the 1 damage to face anyway to get the kill.
I'm getting good at this.
Excellent.
You're unlike anyone I've played against. We must cross bones again. Come.
That is enough Orlok for now.
He looks quite similar to wait, that's the same pair. It's the guy in Unity that you're in jail with at the start. That then calls you pisspot, is then the assassin. And then a traitor.
Eivor, there you are.
Tefter.
You're well met. Gwilym here has challenged my honor in a contest of drinks.
Join us. The lad will be easy pickings.
Give me a cup.
Some ale, then.
One for me as well.
For shaveling of the Christ Lord, you have a lot of scars, Gwilym.
Not every tonsured man is a wet-eared abbey, babe. I came to God after I had scarred my soul with sin.
To holy hearths and humid eyes, it is the best drunkenness returns a man to royal reason. Skull.
Oh. I was gonna say I thought we were having a drinking contest. No, we didn't. No, we did. I saw a lot of cups and...
Got some on your boots?
I do hate the goblets. You do need a hell of a lot more of them. Norwegians have started already.
Don't hurl into the barrel, okay?
I've still got 3 more to go.
Staggering already?
Come on, lad. Show the Dane your mettle.
Too strong for you.
Flawless.
Good effort, Tefter. This merriment feeds my soul. Here, another drink on me for allies new and old.
Of all the ealdormen I've met, you're the most unburdened. What is your secret?
None. It is well known. The burdens I carry will soon leave this world with me. So drink to my life and death.
Death?
I am to be sacrificed in the Wicker Man as king of the harvest. Like Elderman Simkin before me and all before him.
Horrible barbaric practice. A burnt offering after poor crops. They hope well-fed gods will smile upon them.
Your people are loyal to you, Kunan. Seems a waste to throw your life away.
Their loyalty would falter if I shirked my duties. I will die glorious in flame, not live to further choke my homeland.
A toast, then. To Ealdorman Kunan, joyous and generous. Let each man show him loyalty until he suffers death.
My friends, you are kind to me. I'd like to toast my successor, Tevder. May he wear the horns head high.
What a weird practice.
Weak. What is this? Water? I feel like Thor chugging oceans. No effect to my head or step.
Of course not.
You heard the man. Give him something stronger.
This'll work faster than any tonic.
Good. Give me visions of all creatures that roam these hills, and the sorehead tomorrow to pay for it.
Wow, that tastes awful. It feels good, though. Eivor, speak true. My feelings be damned. I have been an ass, do not deny it. And I, for that, I am sorry.
A colossal horse's ass. Yes.
Soft words from the heartless heathen.
Only fiercer than fire among ill friends. I can be very as nice as a spring gale.
And how nice is that?
Very, very nice.
I think I might like you even better when you're mean.
Tefter, with Gunnar and Bridget's marriage, our clans will unite. But we could join by oath as well.
Oh, yes. My first ally as Elderman. I accept. We shall make an oath. How do we start?
Yeah, the greatest oath, and the greatest union. To the oath!
The treaty! The greatest! Shh. People are sleeping. More ale to seal our friendship? This way. Look out for the black sow.
Sow? Like pig?
Flaming pig. Chases you home at night. Silly words to scare silly children.
It's so worry.
You seem magic as the stuff of children's dreams.
Perhaps I judge too much. Truths I half believe. Foolishness sometimes takes my tongue. I have to piss.
A great blackness chases stars across the sky in great whirls of color and light. Whoosh!
I think it's meant to be night at this point.
Here we are. Right inside here. I feel warm. Do you feel warm?
Always warm here. It's a wonder you don't walk around naked.
Yes, well, come on in.
Not even made it to a door.
Tefter! Tefter!
Now this is a bit.
Tefter! Where are you?
We find him again? I'm so confused. Did we get dunked on the head or did we just pass out naturally? It sounded like we got dunked on the head. There's a dead guard there.
Hell's breath.
What happened last night?
Got blood up your hands.
And the effects of that draft still cling.
After, are you here?
Tefter's bodyguard. Killed by knife. This part has been broken. It's covered in blood. A weapon, maybe. Blood. Could be Tefter's, if he was the heavy thing being dragged.
Can't call him a heavy thing.
This god's
Muddy footprints. Someone was hiding back here.
open.
Can't see shit.
Come out of there.
Willem's pouch. I wonder if it still has his little something stronger. But why is it here? Better hold on to it. So, what does this lead to? The murderers hid here, lying in wait while we approached outside. They jumped from the shadows to kill the bodyguards. And to disable Tefter. Then they dragged him away. That accounts for everything. Except Willem's pouch of herbs. I'm still unbalanced by Willem's special something. Maybe Mother Modron will know the contents.
How do I get out of this safely?
There he is!
What is the meaning of this? Blood soaking our soil, and your weapon coated in the same!
Kunin, please. More has happened here than you can see. Give me a right to parley my innocence.
I should have heeded Tevder's misgivings about heathen party guests, and now he has paid with his life. With Tevder gone, Gloucester will be without an elderman. Eye for an eye. Your Raven clan will lose their chieftain.
Get the murderer!
Oh.
Hands tacky with old blood from the new king.
Looks like you are in a river. So there's some.
Hands tacky with old blood from the new king. It would be best to lie low.
Terrible business. Poor lad.
I came.
There's Modron up ahead.
Can't fucking see. I mean, I did press dodge at the same time I pressed dodge on all the others, but...
Hello again.
Mother, it's the friend of the mangled leg man.
Eivor, you remember?
Indeed. It's a surprise to see you. Is everything quite all right?
Do you recognize the contents of this pouch?
A very unusual blend. There is a druid who uses this mix to aid sleep.
A monk called Gwillem poured some of it into my drink last night. The effects were intense.
Search the houses! Can't have gotten far!
Damn Christ, sons, what is it they want now?
They make this place unlivable for pagans.
Mother, if the stranger wants more of the herbs, they can talk to the druid Halewyn.
Yes. Halewyn's cabin is on a lake, near where the Cherwell and Great Ouse rivers meet. But he is a strange fish. Rarely does he speak to mortals, preferring the company of spirits. Now, I've business at Rollindrich. Find me there later.
Okay, his cottage is in the eastern part of Worcestershire. It's on the lake. Near the crossing of Cherwell and Great Ouse. Yeah, it's on a lake.
Wait up! Eat this! Go! Do your duty, men!
Now, I was trying to ride my wolf through town. Just
I'll stick you!
ignore me, please.
Nothing can stop us!
Well, those guys just sort of spawned in front of me. It's always fun. Right. Should be free. Hills. My greatest enemy. I'm guessing this is the right place anyway. It's near the crossing and it's a lake, so...
That must be the home of the druid.
Must be a cave entrance or something. 'Cause it's just underwater. Deep enough though. It's in there, but I don't see a way in. She can jump well. I'm able to get in from this one actually. How do you get out? Climb. Maybe climb at top. Okay.
Have a look, Sunan.
It's got to be his cottage. It's like the only cottage out here.
The fellow's land is peopled by men of straw.
Mortals be gone. I am summoning a spirit of the woods. Speak to no one else.
Just as Modron said. Maybe I should disguise myself.
disguise myself. How? Found a cloak. Oh, because I've still got the face mask.
Oh, Spirit, you have finally come. Days ago, a passing cloud foretold your arrival with droplets of sun-scented rain. But what form of being are you beneath this guise of horse and bone? From the realm of the Fae? I know you cannot say. I press no more. Whatever you be, now you are here, the ritual may begin. Oh, but the men of straw must announce you with sparks. Ignite the sky to begin anew, here at the death of the season. Until then, I await you, giving thanks in the glen.
Something, set fire to the straw.
Aelwyn said that the Wicker men must announce me with fire. Perhaps I should set them ablaze.
Yes, another joins the throng. Another.
What is it? I never really understood this music.
Let there be cacophony. One more.
I feel like
one more.
it doesn't really fit the rest of the game.
They roar. Do you hear them? A chorus of fire.
That should be the last one.
Speak to me, O wind.
I've come to ask you a single question.
Something about your demeanor and your physical manifestation now gives me pause. Are you truly a spirit of light?
I am a spirit as any other.
Then prove it. You must know the depths of the world's mysteries before I will help you. Tell me the proper use of charms.
Very well. Ask your riddles.
Which charm is it that gives speech to the dead?
God knows.
Give me a measure of time.
Are you a spirit of darkness? If it be not so, come back and try anew.
What are these things he's asking me? There must be trinkets around his house that will help. That should be the last one. Back to the druid. This dagger is placed upside down.
Upturn blade. Place it past roundabout. Move circle past within circle upon you. Depths of your new. I'm hoping if I just know things, but that will be the only answer I can give. Has he got a basement? So a basement.
A hangman's noose, a knife, and the vile smells of poison. 3 ways to kill someone. Two ladles carved from a single branch. The grooves match.
Okay. Oh, must be on the outside. How do I get out of there? Where's that down there? I don't know if that's related to him. You know, he cracked me head open on a rock.
The statue of a woman, Sabrina, watches me from the water below. Their mouths are open, like they've been screaming secrets. This symbol is one I've seen carved into shields and headstones.
Okay, let's try him again.
He may not speak to Eivor, but perhaps he will speak to the
Speak to me, O wind. Have you found yourself? If you are a spirit of light, answer me this. Which charm is it that gives speech to the dead?
The Skull Soul's charm summons voices from death's realm.
In such fashion I speak to druids long dead. But of course you, a spirit, would know that. Which charm summons aid for maidens?
Maidens in peril are protected by Sabrina of the Seven.
Sabrina the water nymph, yes. Tell me, O being of air and light, which is the charm you would use to leave the past behind?
The Adame dagger cuts our ties with the past.
The upturned blade. Things can be reversed. You know this charm. You are a spirit of light. Mabon be praised. Would you like some bread and cream?
No, just the answer to your question. This herb pouch made its way to Gloucester in the hands of a strange man. Do you know it?
Aye. A mix to help him sleep. I filled this very pouch. And over a dandelion wine, he spoke fondly of his home, Cúthlodrin.
Cúthlodrin? Very well. I thank you, Haelwyn, but this spirit has others to visit this harvest moon.
Go with the wind and leaves, good friend of the hills.
Okay.
Cúthlodrin. Strange name. Meanwhile, Modron awaits me at the stones nearby.
Stones nearby. Okay. So many skill points. For doing pretty much nothing. We're just gonna auto-assign them again. Can't be bothered messing around anymore. Let's see, aim. Where did I go? Said I got it. Must be a ranged ability. Or maybe it's not an ability, it's just passive. I have seen it. So it might be useful. Stones.
I can see Modron ahead.
Modron, well met.
Guards, someone save me. A murderous Dane is here to sever my head from my neck. You could have told me of your plight earlier. We are both friends of Bridget, and I know you would do nothing to jeopardize your friend.
That night was full of drink and merriment. I do not remember much, but I had no quarrel with Thefter.
A sorry tale. Did you learn anything from Halewin?
He gave some herbs to a man from Cúthlodrin, name of Gwylim. He was drinking with Tefter and myself.
Cúthlodrin is the Welsh name for the thieves' warren. It's atop a hill west of here. I can lead you.
I owe you a great deal for all your aid. You did not have to trust me.
Tevder's fate is to my interest as well. This is a troubling development that I hope to get to the bottom of.
Let's make haste then. I must find Gwylim and regain my honor.